guys, how you doing? This is Manga Etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga Chapter 852. Is it 852? Yeah, 852. So for some reason I thought it was 752, but yeah, 852. Now only two things happen within this chapter. The whole little bit with Jinbe slash Luffy slash Nami and the conversation between Reiju and Sanji, and I forgot there was actually a third little small minor thing, and that's the whole thing of Commander Smoothie. So I'm going to talk about Jinbe, Luffy, Nami, then the Commander Smoothie, and then the whole conversation between Sanji and Reiju. Did I say Sanji and Nami the first time? But anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the whole thing with Luffy and etc. Jinbe frees them, and he also frees the rest of the prisoner that was within that book. And the way he does this is he burns the book down and then dashes water on them, so they don't set alight themselves. So Jinbe and Luffy have a little "Hey, I ain't seen you in a long time, man. How you been?" kind of thing. They do that, and then Luffy's like, "I need to go tell Sanji this news." Dashes off. Now I'm thinking to myself, I'm not surprised Luffy did this, but I'm thinking to myself, "Come on, Luffy, man." Like Nami said, did you forget what happened this morning? And it's typical Luffy, but I'm like, Luffy, think for once. Like, you running off on an empty stomach when you're refusing to eat is not a good look. It's not a good sign. It's not a smart move, but this is what we get. And I did find it quite funny when he had that guy in the stranglehold and he's like, "Tell me with Sanji, tell me with Sanji." I did find that bit quite funny, but that's everything to happen with them guys. So moving on to Commander Smoothie, word has got out that Luffy is broken now. He's causing mayhem all over the place. So Smoothie's like, we need to wrap this up quick, because if Big Mom finds out about this, then that's gonna ruin tomorrow. She's gonna go on another one of her rampages. You don't want that. I don't want that. Let's prevent that. If we gotta kill Luffy and his friends, so be it. We can't catch them no more. We have to go with the intent to kill. So that happens with them. And now during this scene, yes, I was reading it and I was like, okay. But what I was really thinking about is what's happening what was happening in the door right behind her. Big Mom and Brooke, last time we saw them, last chapter, they was about to show down. So that's really what I wanted to see, and we didn't get none of that in the chapter. But fair enough, when it comes, it comes. I just hope we don't skip over it and then just get the end result. So last we want to talk about Sanji and Reiju. So now I think in my last review I must have said that how Sanji, now that he knows the truth, he's on scheming mode again, but it doesn't seem like he's scheming, it doesn't seem like he has a plan. But what he does in fact do was he does go to Reiju and tell her what exactly happened, filled in the gaps of her memory and such, and they have a little conversation. Now the major things to come out of this conversation is, the first thing I want to mention is that how Reiju wants Germa to die, but when Sanji asks Reiju directly, "You're willing to die for me," or something along them lines, she doesn't say yes or no. She just says something. She shakes it off as like, "Oh, you're worried about me," kind of thing. So I think she has a plan. I think she's has a plan. I think she's got something in the works right there, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. It might be just she just didn't want to say that, yeah, I'm willing to die for you kind of thing. But I think that she might have a plan. Might. So during this conversation as well, we also find out a little bit more, probably, yeah, just the final touches of Sanji's backstory. This was really involving the mum and the dad. The mum, whose name was it Lola or Sola? Okay, I'm just going to call it Sanji's one because I can't remember the name, but she wasn't up for this whole modifying of her children, and so she wanted to try and save them. So once these modifications were done to her, she took a drug which was supposed to prevent them losing their emotions. And now it didn't work on 3 of her children, but it did work on Sanji. Now the whole thing with this working on Sanji, it just makes it seem like that he's not modified as well, but I'm not willing to give up on that just yet, because like I said previously in probably 2 videos now, I think that he's going to be a late bloomer and it's going to be the reason for a power up that he gets later on in the future. But based on this episode because he retained his emotions, it seems like that he's not modified. He doesn't have these modifications at all. But what still gives me hope for this is that Reiju, who was also modified, still retains her emotions, but but what she can't do is disobey her dad. Now Sanji can do both of these things. He's got emotions and he can obey his dad. But because Reiju's still got emotions and she's modified, I'm still willing to hold on to my hopes and dreams and aspirations. And just to further add on to this point where Sanji can disobey his biological father, but he can't disobey what he feels inside, who he feels his true father is, Red Zeph. What is the most important thing that Red Zeph has taught Sanji that he just simply can't disobey no matter what he does throughout the entirety of what we have seen in One Piece? Red Zeph told him to never hit a woman, and he simply cannot do that. So I am still grasping. In fact, I've pretty much confirmed it. Sanji has the modification confirmed. But seriously though, Reiju has retained emotions, but she can't disobey her dad. Sanji has retained emotions, but he can't disobey his dad. Not his biological dad, but his actual dad, the guy he sees as a dad. So I'm willing to bet that Sanji is going to be a late bloomer. There must be people that agree with me, so let me know in the comment section. So the reason why Daddy Vinsmoke hates Sanji so much is kind of understandable. I don't agree with it or anything, but it is understandable because Sanji's mom took the drug which saved only Sanji. The drug had an effect on the mom which caused her to die. That's why we've seen her ill. That's why she was dying, because she took this drug. And because it only worked on Sanji, Sanji and technically killed his mom. So that's the way that Daddy Ben Smith was looking at it. So that's why he targeted so much rage, or at least added to why he was targeting so much rage, why he was so hard on Sanji. So like I said, I understand it, the reason, but I don't agree with it. So yeah, middle finger to Daddy Ben Smith still. But that is brings some understanding to why Daddy Ben Smith is the way he is. So during this conversation, Reiju is telling Sanji, do you know what? Just go. Just go. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. And we find out, yeah, that Sanji has love for his sister, but he just hates his dad and brothers. That was kind of evident already, but even more evident so from this chapter. Reiju tells Sanji that the bracelets on your wrist are fake. And she also goes on to tell him that she also goes on to tell him that there's absolutely no reason for you to stay, so you should go. And that's how the chapter leaves off. Sanji doesn't get an answer. The obvious answer should be Sanji saying, alright, yeah, cool, I'm gonna concentrate on leaving, buy hugs, maybe a kiss on the cheek, and then he'd be on his way, try to find Luffy, and relocate with Nami, and then they'd be on their way. But yeah, that's everything happening in this chapter. Just a few notes before I hit go off. So the first one is, unfortunately there will be no One Piece chapter next week. We just had a break and now we're going into the next one. Don't blame Oda for this though, because the previous break was like a holiday seasonal break, and this break for next week is him taking the break to rest from such and such. So allow the guy. One more thing I want to mention is that I did a video top 10 moments of the One Piece manga in 2016. So if you haven't seen that already, check that out. It will be advertising itself during the end of this video. But the rating for this chapter will be a 3-star rating, and now I'm gonna call it a review. Like always, guys, I must say for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.